In this video, we're going to be talking about penis pumps. My name is John C. Luna, and I was actually introduced to my first penis pump by my hormone doctor about 2 years ago. I had a procedure called the pulse wave treatment, and afterwards I needed to, heal my penis. It did go ahead and do what's called micro damage to it. So my doctor told me they wanted to draw more blood into the penis. Well, I was supposed to do this for 6 weeks. I really enjoyed it. I did notice a size difference, so I've been doing it nearly 2 years. I will say it is temporary results though, meaning just like if you go to the gym and you work out a lot, you'll see your muscles get bigger. If you stop for a few months, you'll lose that gain. Same thing with pumping. And I also want to say don't ever overdo it. Now, there's two major different types of pumps. One's a dry pump and one's a wet pump. And in the dry pump category, there's a whole bunch of ones out there. The more, we'll say inexpensive ones tend to be made of plastic for the cylinder. And also the pump tends to be one piece. It doesn't have a gauge, and usually it's like a squeezable pump on there. And these might be good to start off with, but not having a gauge really is something I wouldn't recommend. And that's because you always want to know how much pressure you're causing on your penis. However, this is the cylinder my doctor gave me, and this is the pump my doctor gave me. One thing I liked about it is it's acrylic. It's very strong. This will not collapse in on you. Two, it's detachable. So I was able to connect it, pump, and then disconnect it and leave the cylinder on without having to carry this around if I wanted to walk around or do something like that. Third, it has a gauge. Now, when I started, my doctor told me to do 5 psi for 10 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week. And I continued that, and after a while I asked if I could up it. And I was told do it incrementally, and that is the truth. So instead of doing 10 minutes, I went to 12 minutes for a week. The next week, maybe I went to 15 minutes, little incrementals. And then for pressure, I went from 5 to maybe 7, and then I went to 10. And I didn't really push it very strong. I've never gone over 15, and this pump goes all the way up to 30. There are some fetishists that will go majorly high, but as I understand it, there is a risk of actually doing damage to the capillaries. Rule of thumb, if it hurts, stop. You never want to go ahead and pump too much or for too long. Try it, see how you do, do those little incrementals. Now, those are the dry pumps. There's actually something else here called a wet pump. And a wet pump can be used in the shower or in the bath. And essentially you will fill this with water. It does get filled with water. And then put it on and pump it by just pushing it against you. You can hear the suction because I can let it go and still do this. Now, on top is a release valve. Always make sure you know where this is. And again, you leave it on for a certain amount of time. Always follow the instructions given with you, and then press that to release it. Well, let's see if we get some more suction here. So now it sticks. Hit the release valve, and it releases that, and it pops right off. But again, rule of thumb is if it hurts at all, stop. It shouldn't. And by the way, if you're using a dry pump, always be sure to use lube. Lube the shaft of the penis, the head of the penis, as well as around the base, because it's that lube, that moisture, that's going to help you achieve a good suction base at the bottom. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to Fairvilla University's YouTube channel. My name is John C. Luna, and I'll see you next time.